Hello, my lovelies. Today I have a special unhaul for you, so stay tuned. So, as you can tell, I am here with a very special guest, my lovely friend Clint from Reed's Readers.
Hi.
I'm sure in the future, very, very soon, if it hasn't already been posted, because he'll probably post it before I post this, you'll get a haul of all these books. But on my channel, I'll be unhauling them. So you may or may not have seen an unhaul of these books already, because I did do an unhaul video of them. But I have not done an unhaul video for the stacks in my lap. But I'm giving all of these books to Clint. I filled up my trunk and everywhere else in my car and brought all these to him. So I'm going to move the camera a little bit closer and we're going to get started. Are you excited?
Yes. Books. Books. Okay,
Okay, I'll unhaul you. I'll unhaul your unhaul. So not only is this going to be an unhaul for me, it's going to be a little bit of an unhaul / haul as well, because he has some books for me to haul.
not much, but this is like all she really wanted out of the unhauls that we have done.
Okay, so just super quick, I'm going to kind of go through the ones that you may have already seen in an unhaul of what I'm giving him. So we have A Phoenix First Must Burn. It's a anthology edited by Patrice Caldwell. Then we have What Big Teeth by Rose Sabo, I think.
Which is werewolf. Kinda. Or at least that's what I've been told.
Then we have You and Hidden Bodies by Carolyn Kepnes.
Let's see if I like these.
The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell.
Excited.
It's one of those I had multiple copies of. The Ones We're Meant to Find by Jon Huckeby.
I'm excited.
That's another one I had multiple copies
Diversity.
of. Graphic novel, In Real Life by Cory Doctorow and Jen Wang.
This is queer, right?
Yes.
So it could go on the queer shelf. Cool. I'll separate those.
Ray Bear by Jordan Afueco.
Finally.
An Arc of Voices, The Final Hours of Joan of Arc by David Elliott.
Excited for that one.
Redemption Prep by Samuel Miller.
Which is also an arc.
Mira Tidebreaker by Danielle Page. Willow graphic novel.
Yay.
No Ivy League by Hazel Newlevant.
And that's queer too, right?
Yeah, I think
that one's queer.
it may or may not be. I can't remember.
We'll look it up later.
Then we have Love, Sugar, Magic, A Dash of Trouble. This is book 1. Then book 2, which is A Sprinkle of Spirits. And book 3, which is A Mixture of Mischief.
They just sounded so cute.
They are cute. And there's some recipes in there too,
Ooh.
I believe, in the bag. Then there is Sky Song by Abby Elphinstone. I don't honestly remember why I bought this in the first place.
Because it was on Book Outlet for like probably like $1 or something.
Probably less than $1. Probably for
it's
good reason.
One that I just want to know if it's something that I'm going to go into it knowing it's for shits and giggles.
That is Hot Pterodactyl Boyfriend.
Now just to see if I could get some people to buddy read that with me.
By Alan Cumming.
Coming? Because it's coming into our collection. Stupid.
Then we've got Percy Jackson's Greek Gods, illustrated by John Rocco, by Rick Riordan.
It's the big version.
It's the big version. Because when I got this, I died laughing because I was not expecting this jumbo-sized book. But
I've wanted the big one for our collection.
So,
I like big ones.
This is another one I had multiple copies of, and that is The Rise of Kyoshi by F.C. Yee.
Kiyoshi.
Oh. Then we have Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I've read it. I have a different copy, and he wanted this edition.
Yes, I am trying to collect the original American copies before they get the remakes. Mm-hmm. I just need to find 2 different solitaires, a hardback and a paperback.
And then this is one I ended up with multiple copies. I have My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. I ended up with the paperback and the hardcover, so I'm giving him the paperback. And then I have Catherine House by Elizabeth Thomas. I've heard too many not great things about this, and that's why I'm getting rid of it. And I've been told I won't like it, so.
Also, I just noticed it's the large print edition. Yeah. Thank God my eyes have strain.
Then we have Queen of the Conquered by Hixson Calendar.
I love Hixson Calendar's writing, and I'm super excited to try this. I know I've heard mixed reviews, but I'm excited to try it.
Then there is The Tea Dragon Society and The Tea Dragon Festival by Katie O'Neill.
I've heard so many good things.
I have an arc of These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong.
Which I only grabbed because this is Sterling's favorite duology, and he stated he wanted the arc when you were getting rid of it.
Then we have DC Superhero Girls at Metropolis High by Amy Wolfram.
I don't remember why I said I wanted that one, but I'm excited
It's
to add it
cute.
to our DC shelf.
And then The Gravity of Us by Phil Stamper. This is also an arc.
Which will go on our queer arc shelf.
And then Ace of Shades by Amanda Foodie. Because I have another copy of that.
Because it's the really pretty Al Crate edition. And I really liked book 1. That's the only reason why I wanted it.
Okay, so then there are the ones that I've yet to actually film a haul. So the first one is A Simple Favor by Darcy Bell. I've read it. I enjoyed it. It was one of those that was like in the 3.5 range, so not one that I would probably read again. But it was good.
And I've seen the movie and really love the movie, and I've been very curious about the book.
Next is an arc I got of Cursed, written by Thomas Wheeler and illustrated by Frank Miller. And it does not have the best reviews, which is why I decided to get rid of it. There is some art in here, but there's a lot of pages where there's not the art, where it just says like it's coming later with the finished copy. And because it didn't have great reviews, this one, like, the rating was probably around the 3, maybe, or below. And that's why I got rid of that one.
I took it because Sterling and I both really like King Arthur retellings. And I know he's more into that. So I figured this was one that he would probably like.
Yeah, I like King Arthur retellings a lot, actually. But I had to get rid of some books. And so I was taking everything that was like below a certain rating on Goodreads and getting rid of those.
Well, I know people who have stated that they loved this one, really liked the Camelot trilogy by
okay, now see, I love
so I've
the Guinevere
heard that
Deception.
the one Guinevere Deception, that people that like that really love this. So I was like, Sterling really loves that series.
I really love that series. The first one, anyway.
I will let you know if that's the case. And if that's the case, we'll just haul it back to you.
Haul it back to me at some point in the future, yeah. Which is funny because one of the books that he's hauling to me is one that I gave to him at one point.
Yeah, and then we got a finished copy.
Next is War Girls by Tochi Onyebuchi.
Tochi Onyebuchi, yeah.
Yeah. It's an arc I got, and I don't know that I'm ever going to read it. I think it's probably got good ratings, I do believe. It's just not one I think I'm going to get around to reading. And like I said, I had to get rid of books because of moving.
And this is an author I've been dying to try, and you had it in your Unhaul, and I was like, I'll give her a try.
Him.
Oh, him. My bad. Him, her, whatever.
I met him and actually have I think, did I get that one signed? I might have gotten that one signed. Or maybe I got, yeah.
Yeah. So if I end up loving it, yay, signed book.
Yeah, I met him and that's when I got that book. I got it at BEA. Then I have When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. This is one I read, I enjoyed, but it was like 3.5.
And I know going into it not to expect a super thrilling thriller.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like...
It's interesting.
I just want to be able to read it, and she was unhauling it. And I was like, hey, there's an option.
Next is The Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty. This is the sequel to City of Brass, and he has the first book. I do not. So I thought I'd let him have this. It was actually gifted to me. Well, I won it in a giveaway, and it was an arc of it. And I figured I would eventually get the City of Brass, but I never did.
I mean, we'll eventually get to ours. Now that we have the sequel, we might as well.
Next is House Witch by Katie Schnickel. This is very cute. This was one of my Once Upon a Book Club, like the Sweet Halloween selection, I believe. And it was cute. It was like, again, a 3.5.
And anyone who knows me knows I'm obsessed with witches, so why not?
Then there's What Souls Are Made Of, a Wuthering Heights remix by Tasha Suri. This just didn't seem like something I'd be interested in, so I think it came in one of my boxes.
And this is one where we're collecting a lot of them in this collection. This collection also includes, we have one right beside us, also includes Self-Made Boys, which is a Great Gatsby remix. So we were like, this was one of the ones that we didn't know if we wanted to buy, and you were unhauling it, so we were like, we'll give it a try, type thing.
Next is a trilogy. We have The Midnight Queen, A Season of Spells, and Lady of Magic by Sylvia Izzo Hunter. And really, it was just a matter of I needed to get rid of some books because of moving. And I don't even really remember why. It was just like, yep, these look like they can go.
And I took them because pretty covers, and I liked the way... I liked the titles, and it made me think that it might be one of those type of series that it's like more for me.
Yeah.
A niche.
I haven't read them, so I can't tell you if they're any good or not.
I've never heard of them, and I was like, you were getting rid of a full trilogy of stuff that sounded like something for me.
So another one that is a full trilogy that I'm getting rid of, just because I don't... Okay, so I've read another series by this author, and it was okay. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like, oh, I need to read everything by them, and I just didn't care enough. So, because of having to unhaul as many books as I possibly could, this one was one that I was just like, yeah, this can go. And that is Dream a Little Dream, Just Dreaming, and Dream On. These are by Kirstine Geyer.
And I keep seeing them on things, and like the covers, and if I don't like them, I know my friend Chantel will, because she has showed me these covers multiple times. And
these are translated from German.
So I figured, it's like, if I don't like them, she will. So I can at least give it a try.
Okay, next up is The Storm Crow by Kaylin Josephson, I think it's how you pronounce it. Again, when I just kind of was like, you know what, I don't know that I'm going to read this. I haven't read it, so there you go.
And when everybody got an arc of this in either a Lumicrate or Fairy Loot, I was like, ooh, that sounds really good. And then when she had it on her unhaul list, I went, grab it, send it, please.
Next is another one that I won from a giveaway. I actually won it from one of the authors, and it's signed. Yeah, it's signed by that author. But when I was going through getting rid of stuff, this was one of those, I think, that went under the rating. So if under my cutoff for the ratings. And that is Bewitch by Paige McKenzie and Nancy Olin. And it is signed by Paige McKenzie, who I think was a YouTuber.
And again, witches. It's on mine and Sterling's list of which books to get. So why not?
Next is Scream All Night by Derek Millman. This was okay. It wasn't bad. It was like, I can't remember if it was a 3 or 3. I think it was a 3-star for me. Not bad. Not really what I was expecting. I was kind of expecting like a scary story, and it's not. Not a scary story at all.
Watch me get scared while reading it.
No, you won't. Not like it's about like a it's more family drama kind of thing.
I like family drama.
But like their family.
You're meeting my family on Sunday, so you'll understand why I like family drama.
Their family ran like they made B-roll like horror movies.
Ah.
And so yeah.
So go into it thinking more of like a comedy horror instead of a...
No, there's no horror at all.
Well, you know what I mean, like comedy horror. Like Elvira.
Really, yeah, there are definitely characters like Elvira and stuff. And they all like live in this almost like castle estate.
I wonder if Sterling would like it, because if you said that there's characters like Elvira and his...
Yeah, there's a lot of those kind of characters, and they all live on this estate together and make B-roll movies and
noise.
And a kid that didn't really want to be part of this world anymore. He's kind of being sucked back in to run the family business pretty much. Next is Aristotle and Dante Dive into the Waters of the World. It's an arc I got, and I read the first one and it was fine, but I've had this and I'm just like, I don't know that I'm actually going to get around to reading it. So.
You see it right behind us, but it's an arc of something to do with Aristotle and Dante. It's going on our queer arc shelf.
Next up is Hotel Valhalla, Guide to the Norse Worlds. I'm keeping a lot of the Rick Riordan books, but the little or the really big I didn't really want because it doesn't fit with the aesthetic of, so I'm just like, this is not one I'll read again. The others I would probably read again, but these little extra ones probably not.
And we collect all Rick Riordan like within this stuff no matter what it is, so it just is gonna go in there with all the Rick Riordan stuff.
Next up is an arc of Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. Again, I have a finished copy, so I didn't need that.
And I have heard amazing things about this, so both me and Sterling are super excited for this one.
And then I have another Rick Riordan book. This is 9 from the 9 Worlds, part of the Magnus Chase series, and it's again one of those small books. I do love how this looks and feels. It's like soft, velvety, buttery kind of feeling, but again, it's not really one that I'll probably read again.
And this is part of Magnus Chase, which is my favorite Rick Riordan series, so why not?
Next is a little Christopher Pike book, and this is Spooksville, Pan's Realm. It says this book was previously titled The Little People, and it's just a little short book, but this is just one I pulled off my shelf and I was like, I need to get rid of some stuff.
And it's Christopher Pike, and I really like Christopher Pike's writing, and his books are kind of hard to find. So.
Then I have 2 big bind-up books by Catherine Fisher. I have Relic Master, or this is the Relic Master series. So in this one we have The Dark City and the Lost Heiress, and in this one we have The Hidden Coronet and the Margrave. So I think it's like the whole series in these 2 books.
Can't remember if it is or not. I think there might be a third bind-up.
So Marty and I read Incarceron and Safik, and he loved it. He gave it 5 stars, and I gave it like 2. So I ended up with like 3 stars or something that we did on Goodreads together. But I was really not interested in reading all of this, so it's getting on up.
And I keep seeing this series everywhere in Oklahoma. Every half-price books has one of them, but it's usually just the second one and never the first one. Or like Vintage Stock would have them and have them separated and not bind up, and I would only find like one of them, one of the books, and I'm just like, I'm curious about that series, but I never have this. And I was just like, she showed them in the video that she was showing me, and I was just like, bring those 2 as well. If I don't like them, I don't like them. It's just like, bring them.
I probably got those once upon a time from Book Outlet.
Probably.
And that is everything in this unhaul. So give me 1 second and then we will get the books that Clint has for us to haul. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, now we have my little unhaul here.
My little haul.
That's gonna go to her, which we've had at least these 3 have been sitting in the closet
Waiting for me.
all year. But then we knew she was coming, so it was like, well, if we do unhauls, we'll have her look through them and stuff like that throughout the thing. I don't think we had you look the last time though, because Sterling just wanted them gone. He didn't like question anything. He was just like, we unhauled 70 books, and he's like, we need to unhaul these before Mel comes with books. Because, so, as you can tell, we gotta find space.
Yeah.
But first I have A Night with Audrey Hepburn and A Night with Marilyn Monroe by Lucy Holiday. This is book 1 and book 2. There's only 3 in this series. Book 3 is A Night with Grace Kelly, and it's green. I literally bought these for me and my best friend at the time, Lawrence, and we are no longer friends. And I have issues seeing things with Audrey Hepburn because he was Audrey Hepburn and I was Marilyn Monroe, so I had like super issues. I bought these so that I could read them, and if I didn't like them, he would just keep this one on his shelf and I would keep this one on mine. And she said they sounded really interesting. And it's literally, this girl in this first one is talking to, like, she's watching Breakfast at Tiffany's and Audrey Hepburn just appears on her couch. And on this one, I think she's watching Some Like It Hot. Yeah, Some Like It Hot, and then Marilyn just appears, so cool. Why not? And I'm returning to Mel probably her favorite book of all time. I figured she'd want her arc back, seeing as it's one that we didn't really want the arc anymore. We have a finished copy right behind us, and that is Death Prefers Blondes. Anyone who knows Mel knows this is her favorite book.
I do love this book.
So why not give it back to her so she has an advanced copy of her favorite book?
I've gotten Xander to read part of it. I don't know that he ever finished it.
And this last one, I just randomly asked her a few minutes ago if she wanted it, and she was like, sure. I was doing a subscription where it's like you get to choose one of your tropes, and I chose Mel Mel, specific Mel Mel, and you pay like $15 a month for a book. And they select the book and it sends you, and it's autographed. Granted, first box I got, they sent me number 18 in the series. Granted,
I mean, if they don't have to be read,
but it's a series that I'm already collecting, so it's in there with the Annabeth Alberts because Annabeth wrote the first one. But this one came the second month. I have since had an argument with this company because I explained to her, I was like, I signed up for Mel Mel. And all I wanted was Mel Mel romances. I wanted to find a box. She's like, well, we don't always have Mel Mel, so we just send you what's available. No, you should tell me beforehand and see if I want to accept it. So they sent me, this is like book 3 or 4, but they can be read standalone. This is an Every Hero's World novel branded by Emma Nicole. It is a firefighter romance, and I was like, ooh, firefighter? Ooh, give me. And then I read Her Sacred Eyes, and I just went, never mind! I didn't mean to actually throw it, but I was just like, never mind. So I was like, maybe Mel will like the spice.
Angsty, steamy, contemporary romance.
Because I've heard Emma Nicole get spicy!
Well, I'll have to let you know.
That dent was from the box, not from me actually throwing. And it is signed by the author.
I just happened to, by doing this, saw the F word quite a bit.
Yeah. So I was not a happy camper when I argued with this woman for like an hour via email. And she basically called me stupid, so I canceled subscription, and they keep sending me emails going, hey, you want to sign back up? No. I'm like, fuck you. Sorry, we're not on my channel, my bad. My bad.
I'm gonna bleep you.
I forget we're not on my channel.
Though this does say, congratulations, I'll never get hard again. Okay. Well, that was the entire Unhaul and Haul on my channel.
Thank you for the books.
You're welcome.
Even if we don't like a lot of them, like if we end up reading them and not liking them, it's like she had opportunities for series. If I liked the first one, why not take the full series?
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!
Bye!